Hi everyone, it's Mario Vegas and welcome back to the Tank Zone. When I done all my previous tank reviews, I always review tanks regarding PvP mode. Well, just naturally, I mostly play PvP. And I use PVE either only for grinding the vehicle until I unlock all necessary modules to make the vehicle good enough to enter PvP mode, and then I play only PvP and PvE only on weekends when weekly special operation becomes available. So therefore today we could make an exception and discuss some steps that may be highly suitable for PvE mode, or in other words, in long name, player versus environment mode. Let's start with the retrofits, then crew and commander, and then with ammo choices. Retrofits. So if we talk about PvE, then we can easily forget and quite fairly forget about armor and mobility retrofits. Relatively. There are exceptions, of course. They are not essential for PvE, in my opinion, as they may be useful for some tank or AFVs or another vehicle type models in PvP mode. So let's throw them aside. In PvE mode, you mostly compete with your teammates for points, for damage dealt and things like that. So your firepower is highly essential, and retrofits like gun breach, ballistic computer, and anti-tank guided missile control unit must be considered #1 priority. So in general, I set up my vehicles for PvE as following: main battle tanks with a gun breach, ballistic computer, and optics. Missile armored tank destroyers and AFVs with gun breach, anti-tank guided missile control unit, and optics. Non-missile tank destroyers, like for example Sprat or Centauro, with a gun breach, ballistic computer, and advanced muzzle reference system. Scout tracks with gun breach, optics, and telescope. Plus, before entering PvE, you may consider installing an experimental field repair kit that will allow you 3 times restore your hit points up to the 100%. Crew skills. Regarding crew skills, we may consider a similar approach. More firepower is essential. More firepower is good, as PvE missions require relatively more movement and relocation than for driver. I recommend sticking to off-road driving and smooth ride. For gunner, depending on class, most main battle tanks and projectile armed tank destroyers, like against Sprat, Striker, Centauro, will, with some exceptions of course, will benefit from quick draw and sharpshooter skills to reduce aim time and maximum spread. For missile armed tank destroyers and AFVs, I would pick Sting like a bee to improve missile controllability, and for all vehicles that have autocannon, I would consider accuracy. Basically, if your next round can be fired before aim reticle can get back to the full aim, you must consider to pick this skill, accuracy. So, and for loader, I would suggest to pick rapid fire and explosive shells to deal more module damage and points, and your fire rate will increase. Again, BPM will increase and blah blah blah. You will earn more experience, more points, more credits, and things like that. Regarding commander, Situation is not so simple because they may be configured in numerous different ways, in numerous different configurations, and you can go mad, talking about all of them. But nevertheless, let's quickly summarize. Sabrina is very good commander for PVE mode for most AFVs, and especially vehicles with green ammo due to have excellent module damage skills, spotting, and vision abilities. Rashid is close to excellent commander to missile-armed platforms, as he has great anti-tank guided missile control ability, some fire rate, fire starter, and module damage skills. For projectile armed tank destroyers, as Centauros, mentioned Sprat, mentioned Strike, and the like, I would suggest Andrei Zaitsev. He has a fire rate, boosts great crew damage skills, and spread decrease skills for snipers. Definitely, he may be one of the favorites, one of your choices. Freya must be awesome commander for self-propelled guns, or in other words, artillery if you play that. And artillery you can play only in PvE mode. So, because of her aim, speed, and reload time skills. Yeah, Freya is good for self-propelled guns. Ionis Sun, well, it can be considered as well as a great AFV and tank destroyer commander for those who like to set vehicles on fire. However, in some cases, Sabrina may perform with the same effectiveness. And for brawler tanks, I would like to recommend Rachel. She has a great reload speed skills during close combat, and depending on amount of enemies within 50 meters. And of course, Douglas must be awesome for main battle tanks as well, due to his great fire rate skills. Regarding ammunition, as you will encounter different artificial intelligence opponents, depending on your vehicle tier, then we should take a similar approach as if we would play PvP mode. And in general terms speaking, up to tier 5 and 6, you may consider to carry significantly higher heat versus AP load and use heat more often, because lower tier vehicles have no ERA and heat may deal much higher damage, have higher fire chance bonuses and module damage bonuses than AP rounds. Same applies to missiles. They are more reliable on lower tiers up to tier 7, because there are less countermeasures at these lower tiers. Starting at the tier 7 and above, you start to use AP much more often, and HE becomes your saver if you come across highly protected and close to impregnable opponent. But in most of the situations, you still can find a way to outflank that artificial intelligence opponent and target them from the sides. So, and basically that's it for today. Thank you for watching and following Tank Zone. I hope this episode will help some of you. If you disagree with something, write in the comments. If you agree with something, write in your comments. If you have any experience about this, any different experience or knowledge, share it with me, share it with the other people who are watching these episodes. So, have a wonderful day, success in the game, and I will see you in the next episode.